I've promised you guys to do more hair tutorials because I totally slack on them. And so I decided today I wanted to do, this is how I used to wear my hair quite a lot when I was younger. And I haven't worn my hair like this for a while, but I figured I would do it today, seeing as I've kind of done a flat ironing, I've kind of done a curling, so I thought I'd do it using a different tool. So I'm just using my big massive Hot Tools 2.5 inch curling iron. That's what it looks like. And it's basically just a kind of like a kind of flippy, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Flo, the progressive lady. But it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of like a fun, kind of very girly. I would say it's very girly, kind of Sweet Home Alabama-ish or something. Very Reese Witherspoon from, I don't know, from when she was younger, I think anyway. I don't know, it's really fun. I used to like wearing my hair like this a lot when I was younger, so I just kind of tucked it behind my ears. But it's just kind of like a flowy, flippy kind of hairdo. And it'll work on a lot of lengths. You know, even if your hair's a little shorter or a little bit longer, it'll still work just to kind of get that slight little kind of flick. It's very flirty. I hope you guys like this. Keep on watching if you want to know how I did it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is just put a tiny little bit of this Hannah Shine Shield into my hands, rub it together. I like to put it on the tops as well, and then just kind of work that through. Ow, why is my hair so tingly? The bottom, mainly the ends, kind of middle to ends of my hair. You don't want to put too much of this kind of stuff up at your roots because it can, you know, if you put too much, you'll get a little bit greasy. So I just put the majority on the bottom, and then, you know, whatever's left on my hands, just kind of work it through the roots a little bit. Next thing I'm going to take is my Ozone Infraguard. This is the Thermal Defense Light Shine Mist. If your hair is really, really thick, spray it on each section, or if it's really kind of like dry. Mine's not, so I kind of just do a few mists, and that smells really good. And I just blow dried my hair just regular, just, you know, just going down with my fingers. I didn't round brush it or anything like that. I'm literally just gonna take from the tops of my ears a section going straight back, and then I'm just gonna clip it up, and I have something in my eye, and it really hurts. What the poo, man, I always have something in my eye. So irritating. So this is the Hot Tools, I'm pretty sure it's 2.5 inch, but I got it from Folica.com. So I'm basically just going to just start on the bottom, flicking it up. And I don't want to hold it for too long because you don't want it to be like holy crud moly flip, do you know what I mean? You want it to just be a little bit of a flip. And I do have this on the hottest setting, in case you're wondering. This little frigging piece. Once you get to the back, just be careful not to burn your neck. Okay, so it just has like a nice kind of delicate flip. I'm gonna take another kind of biggish section from my eyebrows, and again pin the rest of it up. There's hair dye in my clippy. And then again, just taking like quite big sections, I'm gonna kind of just wrap it around, kind of like that, going backwards a little, almost as if you were like gonna curl, if your hair was like longer, you know, so that it's kind of like wrapped around a little bit. Just so that it's not just wee, it's just kind of like more of a subtle little flip, and it will calm down as you kind of go throughout the day. And then again in the back. kind of graduating back rather than flipping straight out, if you know what I mean. This side wants to flip out really a lot naturally, so this is always my harder side. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of just take like a square section on the top of my head so that it's kind of like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm gonna clip that up. And then for this part, again, just kind of curling it back a little bit. The top, starting from the back, I'm just going to take sections, kind of just going straight across, and I'm just going to fold it so that I'm going back with the section and bringing it so that it's kind of over directed forward, so that it's sitting right on, like kind of right on the base of where you pulled the curl from, if that makes sense. I'll try to like show you better. So instead of holding it straight up like this, you're gonna pull it forward. And then from that pulling forward position, wrap it up. And that's just gonna give you a little bit more volume. And sometimes my lines end up getting crooked, but that's okay. If you have layers, sometimes it can kind of be a little bit difficult because like one side of my hair will be longer than the other, so then it's kind of hard to get like the same pieces in the same section, you know, because they want to fall out, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to be perfect with it. Just make sure that any other pieces, I think we got everything. Yeah, we did. So then I usually will just kind of finger it all through and then just get my pieces where I want them to be. So you can see this side I have shorter layers than this side. So this side kind of lays a little bit better, whereas this side is kind of all like, do you know what I mean? I need some like shorter layers here, and then it would kind of do that little flip a little bit better. But that is okay. So make sure that when you do go to the hairdressers, you tell them, or the hair salon, whatever, you tell them what side you part. I think they always kind of do it slightly a little bit more over, and then I end up not having enough layers on the side that I part to because they cut it more towards the middle. So see, I've got all these layers here and then nothing here. So just make sure that you always do tell them that. So that is kind of how I get my little hairstyle. I don't know really what it's called. It's just kind of like a little voluminous-y flippy, I don't know. But anyway, if you do want to make it a little bit more piecey, then you can just add a little bit more serum. And then of course, if you want more volume, you can always tease up the back. But there is my hairstyle. So I'll turn around so you guys can see what the back looks like. And the side. And there you go. So I hope that you guys like that. And usually I'll end up just kind of putting some behind my ears like that, and then just having it like that a little bit. Sometimes I feel like when it's all down in my face, it kind of drags me down. and I feel like a little bit old or something. This is kind of like Flo from Progressive. Doesn't it kind of look like Flo? At least it does to me. I hope you guys like my look. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!